that's one of the other things I wanted to mention about the Philippines.
They invite yourself?
No, I thought it was going to be.
Hey guys, good morning. So for today's vlog is we have a very special guest from US, and yeah, we're gonna do chismis to his life. Hi Jen, welcome to my channel.
Well, greetings, Reynalyn. I'm happy to be here. It's my pleasure.
Okay, so how's life?
You know, life is great. I've been here in Dumaguete 46 days now. It's my first time here in the Philippines.
This is your first time?
It's my first time in
Wow.
the Philippines. I have lived in Costa Rica, I've lived in Mexico, I've lived in the U.S. for many years in different locations, West Coast, East Coast, Central part of the U.S. And I'm enjoying my time here in the Philippines. The people are amazing. I've met someone very special of the opposite sex, obviously. I have a really wonderful girlfriend, and the people have received me well. There's really nothing bad that I can say about being here in the Philippines.
Okay, since you mentioned about your girlfriend, how did you find your girlfriend? Seems like that's gonna be an interesting story, because you know this is your first time here and you're just here for how many days?
I've been here 46 days now.
46 days now, and you found a girlfriend. How did that happen?
Well, my story is quite intriguing, actually. I've been wanting to come to the Philippines for 5 years approximately, and I had long-distance relationships online through Facebook, connections that I had made, different girls, and when I was coming to the Philippines, I was actually leaving in April of 2022, and we had a 72-hour test for COVID that had to be returned back with a negative result. My test results came back 30 minutes after my flight left for Cebu. So my trip was postponed. I went to Mexico as a retired pensioner from the United States. I went and spent 6 months in the Cancun, Cozumel area in Mexico. While I was there, I rescheduled my flight to come to the Philippines, and I had a girl that I had known for a long time waiting actually for me at the Cebu airport. My flight left Mexico and I went to Germany, and from Germany I went to Doha, Qatar, and my booking pass was mixed up, so I didn't get the flight from Doha, Qatar to Cebu, and that airline rerouted me to Manila. So the girl that I had waiting for me in Cebu, I had to send her back home to way north Cebu up in Batayan Island.
Oh.
So my plans were completely changed in midstream. So I go to Manila, I take a hotel room for one night, and I have a prearranged rental apartment in Valencia, a suburb up in the mountains of Dumaguete. So I take a flight directly to Dumaguete from Manila. I don't get to see my long distance relation girls. And the third day I was here, I was actually set up on a blind date to meet a gal at Starbucks.
Seems like Cupid is is playing with you, or do a job to find your girlfriend. Because instead of meeting the other girls, you end up with her. So how did you find her?
Well, when I met her, we talked for 2 hours over her lunch break. She's a professional. I'm a professional engineer and architect. She's closer to my age.
How old are you?
I'm 65, and my girlfriend is 45.
So you are not into any young girls?
No, I mean, in my long distance relationships, one was 36 and the other 3 were in their 20s. So
she's the third.
she's correct. I've never been married. I have no children. So I was looking for someone meeting these same qualifications, never married, no children, and I just assumed that the only way I could meet a female that was never married and had no children, I had to look for a younger gal. And it's pretty common for Filipinas that are younger to hook up with, and it's accepted here to connect with an older gentleman like myself. So unbeknownst to me, this gal showed up for the blind date. We talked for 2 hours. It was nonstop. I find out she's a professional, I'm a professional, she's never married, doesn't have any children. I was like, wow, in my mind, and she's beautiful. And I'm in my mind, I'm going, this is the girl, this is the girl. So we exchanged contact information, and lo and behold, 2 days later, she messaged me and said, I'd like to get together. Are you available? And the rest of the the story is it was like a match made in heaven. My plane being diverted, me meeting this other girl that I had no knowledge of prior to my arrival, and her meeting my qualifications and me meeting hers. It was like a power greater than myself that put us together.
It's a short period of time. Do you have any problem, together with her, or like, there's a big, cultural difference. So maybe if there is no problem right now, maybe later on, do you think that you're gonna deal with it?
I think everything right now, from my experience and we've moved in together for the last 35 days or so. We've actually been living together, and we don't have any problems. We don't argue. We don't fight. We agree on things. We have the same mindset and future goals, hopes, and dreams. And I'm hoping and praying, and we're actually talking about the future plans of marriage. I know it's quite early in the relationship.
Yeah.
But I'm 65 years old, and I don't want to waste much more time. I'm convinced she's the right girl for me, and we're just taking it one day at a time at this point. But everything is fine, and I'm very pleased with her.
You are you maybe do you have do you think that it's gonna be end up to marriage or what? Do you have like feelings?
I do. I have a strong feeling that
Oh, you're listening right now.
I have a very strong feeling that this is my soulmate.
I feel so killing down there.
I feel rare and very important to her. She makes me feel comfortable. She makes me feel needed. She makes me feel wanted. Our togetherness is like stuck like glue.
Yeah.
And I can't say how blessed I feel actually.
Okay, that's good. I guess you deserve it because seems like God sent you in the right places. Like your flight was what's that canceled?
It was diverted.
Diverted.
Instead of going to Cebu, it was routed to Manila. And then I flew directly to Dumaguete, bypassing Cebu, where I had another girl actually waiting.
Sometimes life is full of surprises, right? You will never knew if you deserve that thing. For sure, God will gonna send you to the right places, right?
Correct.
So, since this is your first time here, did anything surprise you here in Philippines?
Well, the culture is quite different. The foods are different. The atmosphere is different. The temperature obviously is very warm here. But I've been received well. The Filipinas and the Filipinos, the people here are very accepting and welcoming for me. I love the environment, the natural environment. The culture is special. The people are special. Just like meeting you and the meet and greets that I've been at with other YouTube vloggers, the other Americans or the Australians or Brits here, everybody seems to be a united group. And Dumaguete itself is rated actually #1 for locating partners of the other sex out of the 5 top cities in the Philippines, and because of the ratio of foreigners living here is high. So the women seem to be very accepting of foreigners here in the Philippines, and Dumaguete especially.
So I know that this is your first time here, right? But I still want to ask you this, like in a short period of time, do you know? Do you have like? Do you like? What do you like here and not like here in Philippines?
Well, the driving is different. Obviously, driving a scooter is quite different. It takes adaptation. The way that the road patterns are and the people cut in and out of traffic, it's quite different. Very similar to Costa Rica, so it's not so difficult for me to understand or accept it. But if I had never been or lived in Costa Rica before, where the traffic is fairly similar and many motor scooters and not so many automobiles or trucks, it would be very shocking to me. It's kind of crazy the way the traffic is. But other than that, no, I'm feeling very comfortable here. The shopping also is one thing that I have to say is I cannot find precious like Italian sausage or T-bone steak or ribeye steak, you have to go to find specialty shops or learn to make it yourself and grind the foods that I'm used to from the United States. Obviously, the food is somewhat different. The availability of certain products are somewhat different, but you learn to adapt along the way.
Aside from meeting your beautiful girlfriend, I know that's like the favorite happen. Wow. Okay, bye bye, Paul.
Hey, Paul.
You wanna say hello again? Okay, he
Hello,
just
neighbor.
came just to say bye bye. Okay, back to Jan. Sorry. So they are friends with Paul. So I know
Paul's
that.
actually my neighbor. We only live a half a kilometer apart.
Oh.
We both live up in Epilong.
Okay, so aside from, I know that one of your favorites happened here in Philippines is, founding your love here. So aside from that, what's other favorite thing or special happened here in Philippines?
Well, the
For
family
you.
environment, my girlfriend's family, we had a 73-year-old party for her mother. The entire family came over. We had an event where we were cooking and eating and swimming in the pool. And the family members, one by one, all came to me and let me know that I was welcome into the family, and they respect and appreciate me. And their main request was be good, take good care of our sister or our daughter.
So you have like an instant family.
I feel like I have a new family here,
Yeah.
and a whole new beginning, and the love of my life. So,
Yeah, this is one of the good things here in Philippines. It's about, we are very family oriented. So I wish you the best here in Philippines. But before I'm going to end this vlog, what is your advice to the people that newbie or planning to come here, that this is gonna be their first time coming here? So what can you say about them? What precaution that they should do?
well, my advice is to just plan accordingly. Bring the proper clothes. You don't need long pants. You don't need business suits. You really don't need dress clothes of any nature. It's pretty kicked back and laid back. It's a tropical climate. Make sure you bring your electronics from the United States. Cell phones, computers, cameras, things of that nature. The quality of the products are more modern and the newest, most readily available, newest products from the United States. Sometimes the electronics here are 2 or 3 years old already, because the Philippines, so to say, is still like a third world country. But travel light, don't bring everything you own. Be prepared financially. Try to get your banking set up so that you have access to your funds from the United States. As a pensioner, I'm on Social Security, so I made arrangements to have my Social Security to be able to be deposited in a bank that I can access from the Philippines here. Eyewear, any prescription medications, things of that nature that may take you some time to adapt to once you get here, to find a doctor or to find medical care of any sort. If you need any dental work, it's cheap here. And travel light, because luggage is expensive to go from. I came from Mexico, but even from the United States, the luggage is expensive. It's not included in your premium airfare. I came on economy class, and it cost about $700 for my 3 bags of luggage. And now I wish I would have only brought maybe 1.5 bags.
Yeah. So I was told that that's gonna be my last questions, but there's something coming to my mind.
Yeah.
So another questions before I'm going to really end this vlog. So like for sure to the people that who plan to come here, especially to the we're talking about the first traveling here in Philippines. So can you give them like an idea how much that they should have? Like estimated that they should have in their pocket or in the bank account, so that they're gonna be feel safe, how much that they can spend, like estimated budget that they should have here in
Sure.
Philippines.
My recommendation is to come with at least $2,000 in cash, spending money, because it may take you a while to
Cash, or they're just
cash, $2,000 US in
like
cash.
like
that you
really
should-
put in pocket, or just
Yes, no,
ATM?
in your pocket.
Do you think that's gonna be like dangerous to just bring
Well,
cash on your?
I didn't have any problem. I've traveled around the world somewhat. Today's day and
$2,000,
age,
that's a lot to bring.
well, it might be a
Gosh.
lot to Filipinos, but for United States citizens, $2,000 isn't really a substantial amount of money. But you always need to make sure, because anything can happen at any time. You just don't know what may happen. If you get in an accident on a motorcycle, you may have to go to the hospital. A hospital stay could cost you $1,000 or $2,000, or I don't know exactly what the rates are for any type of a surgical procedure, but just be financially prepared, because you don't want to come here and get caught with your pants down.
That's a good advice.
Make sure that you have access to funds just in case something happens
Yeah.
unexpectedly. So always be prepared when you're traveling internationally. Make sure you, when you get here, make sure you have money to convert your SIM cards on your phones, or have a dual SIM card phone, so that you can retain your U.S. number and get a Philippine number. Just be prepared, I guess, is the most important thing. Whenever you're leaving one country and you're a foreigner in another country, you've always got to be prepared. So
Okay, so
that's my best advice.
I guess I'm gonna come there and I'm just gonna say, and yeah,
Hi guys.
if you if you are wondering why at the back, because I just tried to make this like I just tried this kind of setup, if this one really work good, compare if I'm gonna set beside to the guest. So anyway, John, thank you. John, thank you so much. Very supportive girlfriend. So John, thank you for being here to my channel. I hope you enjoy. And yeah, I guess I'm gonna come here when you get married to her.
Absolutely. we can invite you. I know you're living in Davao.
Yeah,
Correct.
but I can fly here, of course.
Sure. That's one of the other things I wanted to mention about the Philippines.
They invite yourself?
No, I thought it was going to be like an extended trip going from Manila to Dumaguete. Actually, it took an hour and 20-minute flight, and it was only like $57. So once you arrive in the Philippines, you could actually puddle jump or island jump for very little. Cebu Pacific or Asia Air, Philippine Air, Cebu Pacific. It's very reasonable to travel from island to island. So, but no, you'll be definitely welcome at the wedding. We would expect you.
I wouldn't miss that special occasion. So for now, I hope you enjoyed the story of Jan. And yeah, I guess we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Jan,
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you, Reynalyn.
Thank you so much, Dave.